What's up? Anyway, we're gonna talk about Saturday night's main event. By the time you see this, it will be Sunday, Sunday. But we're gonna talk about Saturday night's main event. Instead of me going out there to the clubs, picking up a 4 out of 10 and taking her home, I decided no, I'm gonna stay in with dignity for once in my life because it's drought season. We're gonna watch Saturday night's main event. It's from Salt Lake City. We start off. You realize they only have 4 matches, and this show was like 2 hours long. That's crazy. Anyways, we kick the show off with the WWE Undisputed Championship match. Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Lillian Garcia, the legendary announcer herself, did the introductions, and Drew McIntyre whispered something in her ear, and the real American dream, Drew McIntyre. The usual scream, right? Yeah. Anyways, this was a standard wrestling match here between these two. The blood rivalry that it was. Towards the end of the matchup, Drew McIntyre, on many occasions, he tried to get a count-out victory, tried to get Cody to basically lose his cool so he can win the title. But Cody fought through. But towards the end of the match, Drew McIntyre, when the referee was out, brought in the WWE title and tried to strike Cody Rhodes with it. But Cody said, "Weave," you know what I'm saying? And then he countered and DDT'd Drew McIntyre onto the title. Wade Barrett was going off at commentary like, "What is this? Cody Rhodes used the title on purpose." And Michael Cole was like, "But Drew brought it in, no. Came to the dance, but who brung you? You know what I mean?" And that was ridiculous. Drew McIntyre was screwed over again. But he DDT'd Drew McIntyre on the title. And then he hit Crossroads for the win, and Cody Rhodes was able to overcome Drew McIntyre here tonight. I ain't gonna hold you. A small part of me thought Drew was gonna win this for some reason. I don't know why, but Cody Rhodes retains the WWE Championship, so I'm very curious to see where he goes from here because we are on the road to Survivor Series, so a lot can happen. Well, let SmackDown sort that out. Next match for the Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton. It's Tiffy time. Versus Jade Cargill. Or as one of my viewers said, it's Stiffy time, which I was like, yo, why did they say that? Why did they say that? Oh my gosh. I cannot endorse that. But that was funny. I ain't gonna hold you. That's so inappropriate. We respect women over here, okay? So, anyways, this part of the review has gone downhill so fast. We're only 3 minutes in. Anyway, Tiffany Stratton defended against Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill was basically attacking Tiffany, who was coming into this match less than 100%. And you could literally hear Tiffany like scream like the way Jade Cargill was attacking her, bro. Like, oh my gosh. So in the finish, Jade Cargill hit her finish, which I believe is called Jaded, for the win, which surprised me. I'm not going to lie to you. I did not expect Jade Cargill to win this title tonight on Saturday night's main event. Like, that is wild to me. I always figured she would win it at like a WrestleMania or something like that, or SummerSlam. But no, like, she joined WWE literally last year, I believe. Was it last year? And now she's the women's champion. Interesting. And all it took was for her becoming evil. Indeed. All my Attitude Era fans would get that reference. Oh, that was so offensive to everybody. Anyway, next, Jade Cargill's the new WWE Women's Champion. The Storm has arrived. Next match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus Penta. Okay, I'm sorry, Penta throwing up his gang signs, you know what I'm saying? Because, he's from the... Cero miedo. And of course, Rusev, like busting a nut in the ring. I don't know I don't know why he keep doing that. But anyways, this was a pretty hard-hitting triple threat match. Rusev put Penta in the Accolade and held it for a while too. Dirty Dom, who was nowhere to be found. Next thing you know, ding, 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 and the whole crowd stood up like, what, what, and like they were shocked, like, no way, Rusev won. Even I thought Rusev won because I blinked, but when I heard the bell, I was like, oh, he must have gave up, and the referee was like, whoa, no, 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 no. And Michael Cole's like, maybe the timekeeper jumped the gun on that one. But then come to realize, Dirty Dom hit the bell with the hammer. Dude, I love how clever Dirty Dom is in these matches. It is like incredible to me. Fast forward, we get to the end of the match. Penta had the hammer in his hand, went to hit Dirty Dom, but he hit Rusev. Dirty Dom throws Penta shoulder first into the ring post and hits a frog splash, I believe, on Rusev for the win to retain the IC title. And Dirty Dom, with this man get shorties. He keeps finding ways to win the Intercontinental title. And now he may be getting Roxanne Perez on the low. I never wanted to hate on a man so much in my life. Oh, let me leave him alone. Dirty Dom's starting to become my hero. Next, they announce who Cena's. He addresses who his final opponent would be, and in a shocking turn of events for me, he reveals the 16-man tournament, who will determine, which means by the time the tournament ends, they will face John Cena in his final match at Saturday night's main event, December the 13th in Washington, D.C. He said that will feature stars from Raw, SmackDown, and even NXT, and possibly people who don't even work here. That could mean a lot of people, maybe even legends, you never know. So I'm very curious. I saw people like Gunther, Penta, even Dirty Dom I seen in the highlight reel, Sheamus, Solo. There's a lot of picks here. We're going to see. Now, I'm interested in this tournament. So I'm curious to see what they do. But let's get to the main event of the evening, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, main event, Jey Uso and his opponent, CM Punk. The main event here, what a match. This, in my opinion, this might be the best Jey Uso match since, oh man, his match with Gunther, when I think about it. Yeah, it was a pretty hard-hitting match, but I mean, singles-wise. Pretty standard back and forth. Punk started off with mind games, trying to get into Jey Uso's head. And it looked like Jey was kind of bothered by the Punk chants, even though there was some eats. There was some eats out there. Pretty hard-hitting affair. Punk was trying to wrestle, and Jey was going for more strikes. We get to the match. Punk hits a GTS out of nowhere, but Jey Uso looked like you ever see the video game Skate where you fall down and his body was like an accordion. He looked like Gumby. Like I was like, oh shoot. He was like, slumber that brother gone. That was my favorite meme for the longest time. Slumber. He got his neck out in the air. I don't know. So fast forward to later in the match, Jey Uso, Punk was on the outside of the ring. He spears Punk through the barricade, shades of Roman Reigns there. And Punk literally somehow powered through that. I kind of rolled I didn't roll my eyes, but I kind of went like, come on now. Like, he got up, friggin' super punked his way up and hits a go to sleep. I believe it was. Yeah, he had a go to sleep. Jake, I think he kicked out. Oh my goodness. I was so into the match, it was hard for me to write all my notes down. So if anything's out of order, my bad. But I'm not a professional. This is an unprofessional review. Anyways, so Jay goes for. Oh yeah, no, he speared Punk through the barricade. Then Jey Uso goes to the top rope, goes for the Uso splash. Punk gets the knees up, and GT is Jey Uso, and he kicked out. I'm like, what the freak? So then Jey Uso hit a go to sleep. Wow. And Punk hits a spear, and Jey Uso still kicked out. And then I believe Punk went for something, and then Jey Uso put him in the sleeper hole, which is how he beat Gunther at WrestleMania. At this point in the match, I ain't gonna hold you. I was getting mad because I low-key was rooting for Punk more than Jey Uso, and I love both these guys equally, but I was pulling for Punk here, and I'm like, man, Punk's got to win this. I'm sorry, Punk's got to win this. There's no way. And at that point, I was yelling, get the heck out of here. Come on, And then Punk reversed it to an Anaconda Vice, and then Jey Uso makes it to the bottom rope, and then CM Punk hits 2 GTSs in a row and becomes the new World Heavyweight Champion. Man, what a match. By the way, was it just me or were they like, there was one, I want to commend WWE. There was not that many commercials in this show during the matches, which I hope they do for future Saturday Night Main Events. Because remember my old complaint was, there's too many commercials. What the frick, man? How am I supposed to get into the match? And they kept it commercial free for these matches. So it lets me know it's possible. Unless it's just for Peacock people. I don't know how it was for people watching cable, NBC or whatever. But this was a pretty alright show. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. What was your favorite match of the night? What was the most shocking thing of the night? Who would you like to see Punk defend the title against next? Where should Cody Rhodes go from here? There's a lot going on, man. And who would you like to see? I need to see this 16-man tournament bracket. Also, man, was it just me or were they showing Post Malone a little too much? I'm like, okay, we get it. Post Malone is there. Like, can we focus on the match? They were like, oh, even Post Malone in the background. Post Malone. I'm like, bro, okay, like, drop it. Okay, he's in the crowd. Ooh. Oh my goodness, but hey, whatever, son. Man, it's all good, Post. We like you. We do. Oh, anyways. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.